Rajkol now joining us on the phone line with the latest breaking news updates. Aditya, talk to us.
Well, yes, definitely. That's the latest coming in at this moment. A very strong statement from Vikram Misri, the Foreign Secretary, from New Delhi after repeated violations of the ceasefire from the Pakistan side. In fact, it was a very short and crisp statement. It said that for the last few hours, there have been repeated violations of the understanding arrived at earlier this evening between the Director Generals of Military Operations of India and Pakistan. Vikram Misri also said that this is a breach of the understanding arrived at earlier. The armed forces are giving an adequate and appropriate response to these violations, and we take very, very serious note of these violations. We call upon Pakistan to take appropriate steps to address these violations and deal with the situation with seriousness and responsibility. Vikram Misri finally said that the armed forces are maintaining a strong vigil on the situation, and they have been given instructions to deal strongly with any instances of repetition of the violation of the border along the international border as well as the line of control. So we are expecting that Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif will be briefing media shortly. He will be addressing the nation. We'll have to wait and watch whether there's a huge challenge and difference between the civilian government in Pakistan and the Pakistani military leadership to take these things forward. It doesn't seem like Asim Munir is going to agree to this ceasefire, looking at the developments that have taken place in Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab and Rajasthan over the last few hours.
Right, there will be a possible briefing by Pakistan's Prime Minister, says Aditya Rajkol. Aditya Rajkol, is it, at this time, I just want to ask you, is it safe to assume that all these ceasefire violations are being done at the behest of Army Chief General Munir?
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that all these violations that have been taking place over the last few hours have been directed, have been sponsored, have been planned and conspired by the Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir. He doesn't seem to realize the consequences of constant provocation and retaliation and escalation, military escalation that is coming in. Earlier today, the DGMOs had spoken and finally arrived at consensus to pause the military action and the developments that had taken place over the last few days. But immediately after that, even as that statement was being read out, immediately after that, there were multiple attacks in Srinagar with drones as well as missile, it seems, both in Srinagar as well as in Jammu and in some parts of Punjab, Gujarat and Rajasthan as well. There have been blackouts that have been announced in various border areas. It's a very volatile situation right now. The people are requested not to panic but to abide by the government, local authorities and the NDMA guidelines. As per those, you need to stay indoors, maintain a blackout and try your best not to venture out during these trying circumstances.